ready? It's the Roundtable with me, Robert Bannon.
Well, happy Thursday, everybody. My name is Robert Bannon, and you're watching us live. It's May 15th, and I'm excited that you're here. I'm coming to you live from Detroit, Michigan, and I'm excited for another. What better place for an R&B super throwback show with Jon B and Kevin Ross than Detroit, Michigan, which I think practically invented R&B. If it's Aretha, Smokey, Diana, the Temps, Michael Jackson learned how to do the moonwalk and dance like blocks from here in Detroit. We are coming to you with a really great show, and I'm really excited for you to be here. Hi, everybody. Thank you all so much for being here. Abby, hello, lovely Roundtablers. Happy Thursday or Friday if you're in the UK like she is. Hi, Lattes. Hey, girl. What up, though? I'm excited that you're all here, and we got a full big old show for you. This is the last show before I'm married. Next week, there is no show. So we have a very special hot take for you all today. There is no show next week. You know, I do a show every day. I'm taking 4 days, a whole 4 or 5 days off of content, 5 whole days, which is a miracle because we do 300 and something interviews a year. So we're doing a whole big whopping break. So there will not be a show next week. So enjoy your Thursday night off. Watch Jeopardy or something. I don't know. But Jeopardy will be on instead of me. So let's talk about what is the big hot take.
It's smoking.
So, you know, with the wedding 10 days away and me leaving for New York with Darius in Jersey next week, if you've been following us, if you're new to the show, I'm sorry, you have no idea what we're talking about, but I'm getting married next week. We want to know, do you have marriage advice? What is marriage advice for people? So let us know. You're not going to hurt our feelings. Give it to us straight, even if we're not. And hello to everybody watching. I know my mom is at a party, and I know my family's Aunt Fran. Hi, Aunt Fran. Hi, everybody that's watching from around the world and country. I'm excited that you're all here. Christine, hey, happy hello to wonderful Roundtablers. We are 10 days from the you and Darius big day. So if you have any advice or well wishes, we'd take them. We'll sure take them from you all here on our R&B Super Show, our 150th Thursday together. Crazy. Tomorrow on the Broadway Podcast Network, I'll tell you about a special edition as well. Crazy times we are living in. I'm so grateful and so excited to be here with you. Let's hit it with the week in review, which is going to be very easy because there's not that much to say. So this week we did very little. You know, we did some stuff around the house, and we did celebrate Mother's Day. We talked to my mother. We talked to Darius's mother. We went out with Renee, who cooked. My sister-in-law cooked a lot of food, and the sisters Joyce and Tita cooked a lot of food. So we really had a great time with them. They made fried chicken, fried pork chops, baked chicken, mac and cheese, collard greens, pasta with Alfredo sauce. We ate and ate and ate, and we whooped it up. So we are excited for Mother's Day and to have fun and create family and memories here in Detroit. For me, my mom Robbie says, wait, why are they not cooking for me? Why are they? Robbie cooks too, y'all. Like, Robbie's a good cook, but Robbie cooks like these ladies throw down like in the grease, like frying pork chops and frying chicken, like ain't nobody's business. Ain't nobody. It's R&B night. You know what I'm saying? Loves me better. Robbie texted me earlier. He's got his show next week. We're going to talk about him during the Shameless plug in 1 minute. Robbie, relax your ego. So Robbie has been trying to figure out how to go to New Jersey for the wedding, which is like going over the river and through the woods. You know, you got to like venture deep into Jersey. He's going to find it. Hi, A is here. We got more for Robbie says, what ego? Robbie has no ego. I don't either. I don't think we have much of an ego, to be honest. You know what I'm saying? That's right. So Latte says, hey, Adrian. Adrian says, Robbie is one of my favorite people to interview. Adrian's been interviewing Robbie on red carpets and seen him twice. And Adrian's got a big red carpet on Monday. You know, there's a lot of events in New York on Monday. And I see Mama Lewis is here. Hi, Mama Lewis. Happy belated Mother's Day. And I love your advice, and I can't wait to share it at the end of this segment. So Adrian has got a big event on Monday. Monday is Manhattan Theater Club Gala. Monday is the Cheetah Rivera Awards. That is Usher, right? Usher's going to be at the Cheetah Rivera Awards. They just sent an email today. Doesn't mean he would talk to us, but he's there. The Manhattan Theater Club Awards have Jake Gyllenhaal. We've chosen to go to the Town Hall event, which is going to be in honor of Lin-Manuel Miranda. The entire cast of Hamilton will be there and all of his shows. So they've been so good to us. They gave Adrian tickets. They're going to whoop it up. So we are not going to Cheetah, and we are not going. And you can make whatever decisions you want about that. But maybe you think we made a mistake. But Adrian is going to be on that red carpet on Monday, living her best life before she's a bridesmaid in my wedding on Saturday. Maybe she'll interview Robbie while she's walking down the aisle. Thank you, Christine. Christine says 150 shows of this messy, crazy, and entertaining inspirational roundtable for live Thursdays together. 150 live Thursdays. And Cat Daddy say Adrian was the best person to interview and schmooze with those drag and musical folks. Adrian loves a drag queen. Adrian loves a drag queen. She is like Abby. They were like resident experts. So it was a fun week and not much work. So let's get to our weekend review, shall we? Here we go. No, we did that. Get it together. Let's talk about our shameless plug.
'Cause I'm shameless.
Oh, in such a short period of time, 13 months, 14 months? In 14 months, we've been on the Broadway Podcast Network. We've been on the Broadway Podcast Network for 14 months, and we've already done 500 episodes. When I first joined, the people over there said do 2 episodes a week, and I did 1 a day, every day for the past 14 months. So we hit 500 episodes. So I was thinking, who is better to come on than the director of my shows, my singing shows, the producer of my album, a man who has millions of streams on Spotify, who has produced some of the best Broadway recordings in history, and who also so happens to be the reason we call this show The Roundtable. Robbie Roselle met with me, and I said to him, I think we should do specials where I do special interviews with the people that you record. And he said, just do your show. And The Roundtable was born. He even gave it its name. So who better to be here than Robbie Roselle? Tomorrow, it will be streaming on Broadway Podcast Network. I can't even keep my own stuff straight. The Broadway Podcast Network, YouTube, and everywhere that you hear this voice. And Robbie Roselle's show comes to 54 Below May 23rd at 9:30. You can get the limited tickets that are there at 54below.org. He's going to write his Wikipedia profile in real time on May 23rd at 9:30. My Yaz Shahiku Fukuoka, my music director, will be there on loan to Robbie for the day. And Adrian loves a drag queen, and drag queens love Robbie. And Darius says, hello, everybody. And Latte says she loves a drag queen too. And my mom says hello, and my mom says hi, it's Anne Fran. So my mom is at a party for work, and she should be having a good time and eating the free food instead of watching us. So tell Rose to go eat a chicken wing. Good for you, Mom. I love it. The whole gang is here. Yes, the whole gang is here. So Robbie will be here tomorrow. It's a special episode. Also tomorrow on Broadway World. Thank you for asking. The now Velma Kelly, Sophia Carmen Jones leaves Hadestown over in the UK and Moulin Rouge on Broadway and takes over as Velma Kelly. So I have an exclusive chat with the one and only Sophie Carmen Jones on Broadway World tomorrow. Also, if you happen to be on the podcast, and also Robbie texted me today and said people were saying I brought him up on a podcast. I did bring him up on a podcast. I was the guest on Built for the Stage podcast. Built for the Stage podcast is now on the Broadway Podcast Network, and I am the guest with my skinny face over here. I tried to get there. I'm going to get back there. Once I shave my face, we'll get there. It was a great interview about my journey. It's not only about fitness and diet, which is what he does. He's a trainer for Broadway stars, but it was about being built for the stage and creating the show and singing and recording music and my journey that you've all heard if you've followed my career about leaving Juilliard and giving up this business to become a teacher and finding my way back. So it's a great chat. I hope it's inspirational and it's available wherever you listen, to your podcast. So that's my shameless plug for the day. There you go. I hope you liked it. Oh, we have this question. I listened to the entire Built for the Stage podcast. Thank you. I hope you were inspired. What songs are in your book for auditions? Ha! So Matt Gould, who wrote Limpika, who we talk about on the show, was my vocal coach and my like audition trainer. And he gave me a couple of songs for my book for audition. So one of the songs was Out There from Hunchback, which was like my go-to song, which if you can't sing it as well as the people who do it, you should not do it. A lot of people do it. So it was probably not the best choice. And for a pop song, I used to, oh man, what was in there? For Sondheim, I did Nothing's Gonna Harm You, my own version of that. I used to sing Elton John as my pop song. I used to sing, I guess that's why they call it the blues. Now you can see why I wasn't booking work. I also had, oh man, I did Rent. People wanted What You Own, or I did One Song Glory. I had a couple of songs in there. I'm missing some. What's the song? Oh man, I'm going to think about it. But those are some of the ideas. But I used to always sing someday, but no, how's it go? Out there strolling by the Seine, face the morning out there like ordinary men who freely walk about there just one day, and then I swear I'll be content with my share. Won't resent, won't despair, old and bent, I don't care. I'll have spent one day out there. That was my go-to. I love that song. See, Out There. Loved it. I loved it. So that was my song. Christine says, I did watch your interview and actually learned a bit more of you. It was a fantastic chat. Thank you. Yeah, a lot of my story that I never get to tell is in that chat. So make sure you check it out for sure. Sondheim did make good auditions. Hard to sing. Robbie worked with Sondheim a bunch, actually. And he'll tell you stories about it maybe when you go see Citation Needed at 54 Below. Let's keep going. I have a controversial comment. I do. Here's my favorite thing this week.
You get a car! You get a car! You get a car! You get a car!
It still says 2004. Don't mind me. I've been busy. So my favorite thing is, if anyone knows me here in Detroit, I get made fun of a lot and I talk about it a lot in the house, that I have an obsession with a grocery store. Okay, listen, I go every week. It is my happy place. And it's not classy and it is not fancy. And it is not somewhere, and it's a place where you need a quarter to get a cart. And you need to buy your own bags. And I don't even care. And I really, really love, it's my space. It's my happy place. I love Aldi. Okay, listen, I love the Aldi, and I need them to never roll back DEI, and I need them to be good to their workers, please, because I'm not boycotting the Aldi. Because let me tell you why. I love Aldi for many reasons. See, Darius, here he goes. So last week, we've been paying for the wedding. And at one point, I was waiting for my paycheck, and I didn't have a lot of money in my bank account. So I finally had to say to Darius, hey, Darius, I don't have a lot of money in my bank account. And I said, because we've been saving X amount of money, and we bought a bunch of stuff, and da-da-da-da-da. And we had this conversation about money and however people do it in partners and et cetera. So he said to me in the straightest face, he looked at me and he said, is that why you don't shop? Is that why you shop at Aldi? Because you don't have any money this week? I said, no, I shop at Aldi because I love it there. I love Aldi. I love their grapes. I love their apples. I love their bootleg wheat thins. I love their iced coffee. I love Aldi. See, Abby says, from a European who lives next door to an Aldi, I have to agree it is underrated. Thank you, Abby. And they don't pay me, but they should. And they can give me free groceries. And yes, I don't care that they're called Fruit Lops instead of Fruit Loops. And I don't care that the Twinkies are called Twunkies. I don't care. I don't care. That's my store. And that is my favorite thing for the week. And I'm sticking to it. See, Adrian says Aldi is life and she loves their cheese. And you know what's in there in our fridge? Their Munster cheese, their habanero cheese, the little cheese cubes. Oh, Abby says you can use a key instead of a quarter in the. You call them trolleys? Abby, good night. Listen, people, in Detroit, they call them buggies. Wrong. In England, they call them trolleys. Wrong. It's a shopping cart. I'm keeping my jersey. It's a shopping cart. Adrian says little cucumbers, too. They have zucchini. Oh, and I love their big blueberries. They're expensive. They're $5 now, but it's the best $5 you'll ever spend. I promise you. Cheers to Aldi. I'm going to keep shopping. I'm going to hit the mega millions. I told Darius, the wedding is paid. Maybe I got to go shopping at a fancy store. But you know what? No, I'm going to Aldi. I love it there. Let's keep it moving to my Detroit moment.
You better lose yourself in the music the moment you own it. What up, though?
We're waiting. If you have any marriage advice, please share it. Wedding advice, any well wishes or marriage advice. That is the question of the day. That's our hot take. Share us some of the advice. Some of you have been married. Some of you have never been married. Some of you have been divorced. So just let me know. Yes, Mama Lewis says, wow, it doesn't make a lot to make you happy. No, I'm so easygoing. I'll give you a quarter for next week and $10. You know what I could get for $10 and a quarter at Mama Lewis? Oh my gosh. I buy Darius potato chips from there because they're only $1.99 a bag. We have every variety. You know how much potato chips are? You have an Aldi by your house. Mama Lewis, I will take you to Aldi. We can go together. It's probably a nice one. See, I go to the one in Highland Park, not very nice, but not very busy. See? That's great. $10 and a quarter makes my day. You throw in a nice coffee from Dunkin' Donuts, that's the trifecta of my whole life right there. Abby says, I hope you get a Lidl because that's a whole new experience. I've seen them. I've not been to a Lidl. I will have to check out. Where are you all coming in and watching? I'll have to go to a Lidl. My Detroit moment for this today is it's not the most holy place in the world, but on Mother's Day, after we ate, we went and checked out. We've talked about Motor City Casino. Motor City Casino has given us tickets. We've supported Motor City Casino and the soundboard when Lunel, Sherry Shepard has been there. Jon B is going to be at the soundboard coming up this weekend, next weekend as well. But there's also another casino that we checked out called the MGM. Mama Lewis says, no thanks. I don't like to buy my bag. We've so many Aldi bags. I'll share them with you. I'll give you some. I buy the fancy ones too, not even only the little in New York or New York and New Jersey, plastic bags are banned, and you can still get plastic bags here in Detroit for free, except at Aldi. So shout out to the MGM. There's an MGM casino here. Hey, look, there's Darius outside. He's outside luxuriating. Cheers. So the MGM is here in Detroit, and it's beautiful. And I want people to see that there's things to do in Detroit. It's a beautiful building. It's got a hotel. It's got a lot of food. They do concerts and stuff. They have a big giant casino if that's your thing. I did play Whitney Houston. I did win $100. Renee, Darius, and myself all played Whitney Houston. We all won. So we have to check out all of the different places that we have to enjoy in the city. Food, games, fun, and MGM is the pick of the week. I liked it there. I liked it. We go to Motor City, but I liked it there. So shout out to MGM. And I had the best time because it was Joyce, Tita, and Renee, and Darius and me. And Darius gave me money. He gave me $100, and then I won, and I gave him the $100 back. Who's got it better than me? That was a no lose situation. All right, Adrian says she's got to go to the doggy hospital because his paw's bleeding. Hey, I hope you're okay. Good, Chewbacca, take care of her. Take care of your baby. I hear that. Abby says loves an MGM. Their hotels are beautiful. They are beautiful, beautiful, and beautiful. All right, so here we go. It's time for our Hey Friend. Hey,
I'll be there for you. How you doing?
I made this last week and I forgot to show it. So we had a whole bunch of friends. I just was talking about Lempicka not too long ago. That Lempicka was written by Matt Gould, and Matt Gould is a friend of mine, and Matt Gould is brilliant. And Eden Espinosa, who's a friend of the show and a friend of mine, starred in Lempicka. And just so happens that our Cat Daddy friends, she did a signing, and the Cat Daddies had a picture from Lempicka signed by Eden. And the song in Lempicka that's famous is called Woman Is. Woman is this, this, and this. And it goes on and on and on about what a woman is. So they asked Eden Espinosa. And the funniest thing, to rewrite the lyrics of Woman Is as Cat Is, and it ended up on social media. So we love our Broadway fans. We love the Cat Daddies. Take a peek at what they did to the one and only Eden Espinosa. Tony nominee, Eden Espinosa.
Is for Cleo, and she wants a Lempicka print. This is from the production of Lempicka. So they want me to write Cat is blank, blank, blank. I think in terms of woman is blank, blank, blank. Fill in 3 words of your choice that describe a cat. This is for my cat, Cleo, who is a huge fan and a Lem person. So I have to think of cat is warm, fuzzy, cute. But my favorite thing about cats is the purring. It's the motor. I call it their motor. It's just so comforting and cute. Okay.
How funny are you two? What a trip. So I text Eden after that, and I had to say to her, like, that was my buddies that watched my show, and she was still laughing about it. So I love that. I hope you got the picture, or it's not mailed yet, but when you do get the picture, you're going to have to send us a picture of it so we could put it on the show. Shout out to Eden Espinosa, the voice of Disney shows, the voice of Broadway, and she sings her teeth out, and I'm so happy you guys got that. And kudos to you. I hope Cleo enjoys it. So clever and so fun. So I get it. You don't want to give me advice, but I'm going to take Mama Lewis's advice. Mama Lewis says her advice is good advice. Be as honest as possible, and you can't be honest, shake him. No hitting, just shake him. So Darius, can you make a face when you shake, or does it have to be loving? Is it like, or is it like, just shake him? That's I love that answer. That's a great, be honest and communicate is really what it is. And we're really excited. So we won't see you till the week after, but everybody, we are excited for you that you're here. And then we start a whole big, march through Pride for June and stuff. So we're lots of people and lots of shows to come. So I look forward to you all being a part of the shows to come in the end of May and June. So I appreciate you all so much. We're having an R&B Superfest. We're obsessed with Lempicka and Eden. Same. So as you know, as the R&B shows roll into Detroit, I've been having a lot of great conversations with some of the best R&B singers. If it's Kelly Price, if it's Lettucey, then I saw Jon B was going to be here. Jon B is really, oh wait, hold on. Cat Daddies, give or take. If you get money for gifts, don't just put it in a savings account. If you don't plan on spending it, find a CD. Interest rates are about 4% annual right now. That is good advice, Cat Daddy. And Darius working at the bank. He loves a CD. He does play with them. That is true. Good advice. I love fiscal advice. So, thank you. So Jon B is a #1 R&B superstar. He recorded with Tupac. He released all these platinum albums back in the day. And he's got a brand new album, his first new album in like 14 years coming out with really great duets on it. And he's coming to the soundboard and he's on a full tour. So you knew we had to grab him. He was at home. He's got 2 daughters. He's got a really cute and sweet wife who was really great to set this whole interview up. And I was really excited because I remember when his album came out and going to the Coconuts and the whole hoopla that was Jon B. So Jon B makes his roundtable debut for episode number 150, our 150 Thursday together. Take a peek at this. Well, I'm here in Detroit, and my favorite venue in Detroit is to go to the soundboard over at Motor City Casino because they have the best music. And I was reading about our next guest. I cannot believe that album is 30 years. Jon B, please don't tell me it's 30. What happened, John? I was so young. I remember going to the Coconuts in Englewood, New Jersey when I got off of work. We bought the album. We've been listening. I was ready to John to come on, and I was going to sing every one of his singles. I was going to do the Tupac part, and Jon B was going to sing his part. And then I was going to sing, "You're my angel." He still sounds just like that, people. Jon B is coming to Detroit. He's got a new album, and you need to get your tickets. He's got a full tour. I'm so excited that Jon B is here. We grew up and listened to his albums and his music. Welcome to the roundtable, Jon B.
How are you? Thank you so much. I
I was
appreciate that intro.
I was going to give you the full bars. I was going to give you all the Tupac bars, Jon B. Well, congratulations. You have a brand new album out.
Yes, I do. Thank you so much. Yeah. Waiting on You is called. And this is my 10th album. So yeah.
10 albums later, Waiting on You, which is out and you could stream it. So you're a songwriter and you've written for so many artists, from Michael Jackson to the Spice Girls. How do you write music? How does the music come to you?
I mean, life experience is really the best teacher for or inspire, the inspiration, I guess, is life, and just how it happens. So I mean, there's a million different things to pull from emotion wise. And so music has been always my way of being able to show my emotions. And it's just however I'm feeling that day, or night, whatever the time is that I'm creating. And I get my sounds together. Usually my drums are the beginning of the foundation of a song, whether I'm playing the drum set or I'm punching the pads on the drum machine or programming on the computer. I mean, there's so many different ways to create. So it's all fun for me. But once I get the drums going, then I start playing chords and melodies start to come to mind. And usually the lyrics are sort of, I think, the last thing that comes together. I think that it's nice to be able to have a momentum that you ride like a wave. Once you start a feeling, you kind of follow that feeling, and then that feeling starts to turn into an intention, and then you say, "Oh, I feel like this," and then that's how the words, I think, form for me.
So the music comes first and the words come. This album, you make grown and sexy music. Like you make music for grown people who are out with the ones that they love.
Yes.
I'm sure this album's the same thing.
Well, thank you so much. I really, I didn't try to change too much about what I do as far as I'm always adapting to what's happening in the musical realm out there, in the world. And but I'm also so enthusiastic and inspired about the music that came before me, and from the music from the 70s and the 80s. And so I'm always jamming to all old tunes most of the time. I'm always reminiscing, and it's reminding me of how great music is. At the same time, I like a lot of the music of today. So, but this album is just a continuation of doing what I do, what I'm good at. And I'm good at telling my truth the way that I tell it, and these songs are that. There's only 11 records on here. So it's nice to be able to just keep it nice and short and sparse and just have a very, I feel like this album, I said everything I wanted to say. I took 10 years to make it, so I took my time with it. And but yeah, I feel like it's nice and precise, and I get the point across.
You have some fun collaborations on this album as well. You have some fun duet partners. You've had some amazing collaborations in your career. And I joke about Tupac, and everyone knows about the story about Babyface, and everyone knows the stuff that you've done with that. It's Jay-Z and Coco from SWV and different people that have worked with you throughout your career. Who do you have on this album?
Well, Rick Ross is on the album. As far as the MC that I work with this time around, getting to work with the likes of him was, that was incredible. The collaboration, I did the track and had the production already, the song was written. So I really just needed him to just throw that extra, that luxury, that voice of luxury. I look at his voice, it's like he's got the voice of luxury. So, but like to follow up with the tradition of working with my favorite MCs, in hip hop, from Nas to Tupac Shakur, like you said, and the list goes on. Now it's Rick Ross. So this was an honor for me. Not only to work with him, but to continue to keep that tradition going of collaborating R&B with hip hop, and just getting to do so over one of my beats is like a great honor. When I design the beat and I have someone in mind, to get to talk to him and to get to, get his get him to concur, be like, yeah, I see your vision. I think that would be dope. And then we turn that vision into a reality. So yeah, that's an honor. The song is called Hills to the Hood. People should check that out. And then, there's other collaborations on the album. Alex Isley, to speak of her, in the sense of we collaborated, but she's a new, somewhat newcomer to the game. And I think that I had to work with her in terms of like, she made it so easy in terms of coming over and first of all, having the most amazing voice. I was already a fan, before we even worked together. But for her to come over and get the idea that I had and to just completely receive it in every way, say, I don't want to change anything about it. I love it. I'm gonna sing it just like that. And she killed it. So the song is called Show Me. And it's a very special record. One of my favorites on there. And then we have Tank on the album, which is featured on a song called Waiting on You. And we shot a video for that as well. And yeah, that was getting support from BET, the video playing in the morning. I was waking up, getting my daughter ready for school and watching my video again in the morning, which is kind of cool. Again, actually very cool. And so, yeah, other than that, we have Donnell Jones on the album as well. And Donnell is, like Tank, these are my brothers, for many years now. And getting to see each other at shows over the years, you always say in passing, man, we should do a joint together, and it's just so special when you actually get that opportunity. Tank and I, we've been working together for years. Our last time working together was in 2004 on my Stronger Every Day album. And yeah, we had some great collaborations going on that album. But this time, this was a proper R&B song that I had in mind, and I played it in the case of Waiting on You. I played the song for Tank, and he loved it, and he's like, I gotta get on there. And so that was a no-brainer, and he took it to a whole nother level. And Donnell Jones, it was the same thing. I mean, I had the vision in my head for the song. I had written it already. And I really thought when I wrote it, I was like, my man Tim and I wrote it together, and Tim kind of came up with the verses, and I think what I said to him after he wrote, I was like, I think this would suit Donnell Jones more than me, man. And he laughed. He said, it is kind of Donnell swag. And I was like, that first verse has got to be Donnell Jones. And so I manifested it right there. And then, we ended up seeing each other and at an award show. And I had the song ready. Like, I was like, hey man, let me play you something real quick. And so I played it for him, and he loved it. And he's like, send me that. And I sent it to him, and then he's like, send me the instrumental. So I sent him the instrumental, and he sang it down, and man, the rest is history.
Y'all are singing, like, you want to talk about a sing-off. You got Jon B, you got Tank, and you got Donnell Jones singing.
Yeah, it's a great thing to have on my record, man. I'm honored, to have these collaborations. We're independent, so we're not it's not, this isn't done out of with a corporate feeling behind it. This is strictly roots and the culture of our music, and really the connection and the camaraderie that still exists in this game, especially on the R&B side. I mean, us R&B guys, we really stick together. And I mean, it's a huge thing to say that in this day and age, we need to see more of this working together and this collaborative sort of brotherhood that's existing with this album, and also sisterhood with my girl Alex Isley as well. So just respect for each other, and just continued iron sharpen iron, man. It's just let's just be greater together. You know what I mean?
Yes, and you guys make good we need good music out here, and this is good music. While we're watching, go to jonbworld.com, and you can go to the website to find information. We're going to follow Jon also on official Jon B on Instagram. We can make sure you are the love singer, like you sing the love songs, and I know that you have your own ladies in your life. You have your daughters, you have your wife running Jon B World with you, and you two are out running together. How important is it while you're on the road and you're making new music and your tour all over the place? We're going to talk about the tour in a minute. You come home and you're grounded by your own family, the own special ladies your life?
Yeah, well, I mean, I have an 11-year-old and a about to be 18-year-old, about to graduate high school in about 20 days. So she's just about over the hump right now with this, and I'm very proud of both of them. And of course, my wife, she's holding the whole situation down, as I am, and we're a complete team, the family. So we're trying to be, really, we're just being good to each other and to continue to rely on each other to be the support system for each other. So in everybody's instances, everybody's got their own ideas of what they want to do, and so we're trying to be supportive of everybody, including, I mean, hey, listen, let's be honest, this career of mine is not easy to be a rock star on the weekends and then come home and be be a regular dad. But I'm doing that, and it's wonderful to drive my kids to school and do regular stuff, like grocery shopping and just preparing meals at home when I'm not on the road. So yeah, and that's really getting back to what inspired this album, the song, the real feeling behind the songs. It's R&B music. R&B, has always been about love. It's always been inspired by love. And sometimes you have to wait for that in your life. You have to wait to get it, but it's all worth the wait when it's there. And I'm telling you, man, it's you could put that into like your meal that you're preparing for the day. Like you put that love into it. Wait till you get to plate it and sit down and enjoy the meal. It's the same sense that I have for that. It's just anything that you put your all into, you should be able to really enjoy and reap the benefits of it. And that's what 18 years has been for me with my wife and my kids. So far, and I'm just blessed, man. So I want to let the music kind of tell it for me rather than, lately I've been having to do a lot of speaking on it, which is great with all the podcasts and everything, all
Yes.
the interviews we've been doing, which is fine with me. I'm sort of like an open book right now. But yeah, I think the music will even say it for me better, though, as far as just my headspace and how I've allowed this to all be sort of okay. I'm not fighting it. I'm going with the flow,
I
So,
hear you. And that's what we love. So when you listen to the album, everybody, on a Friday night, you open a bottle of wine with your special person and you put that album on, or you take a drive with your special person and you go to dinner. This is the music for you. I joked
yeah,
in the
thank
beginning. I joked in the beginning. 30 years, John
yeah,
B. 30
yeah, yeah.
years.
30 years, man. It's a wonderful thing to reflect on, because I've enjoyed every second of it. There's been some hard times, there's been some incredible times. And you can't have the incredible, amazing, blissful times without getting through some turbulence, and yeah, so I'm grateful for all the ups and downs, but I've seen more ups than I have downs, I will tell you that much. And this is definitely an up season for me right now. We're definitely up right now, and we're definitely outside.
Yes, you outside is right.
Yes.
Well, all of the albums through the years that have been out, and there have been
Yeah, yeah.
now many of them that have been out. They're all streaming. You can get your whole John B repertoire ready and set for you because you're on the road. Like you are the pick
Yes, yes.
tour. I know I was saying before you're coming here to Detroit, Detroit really loves John B. Like you put
Man, I
on.
love Detroit, man. We have an ongoing relationship. Let me tell you, all these years of playing, so many different situations I've played out that way. But I will tell you, the audience and our interaction and just the love that y'all have shown me over the years, man. It's why I got to keep coming back. I got to keep coming back and just singing my heart out for you every time. It's
You
without
have
a doubt.
you have to go to Soundboard's website. You can go to Ticketmaster.com. You got to get tickets. It's a full John B concert. It's John B singing the hits, singing the new music. What is a John B concert
Yeah,
these
yeah.
days?
Well, absolutely. I'm gonna sing all the songs that you know and love, of course, through the years. But at the same time, I'm gonna show you some songs that you might not know so well through the albums that you might not have heard so much. And yeah, so there's a little bit, and there's always like a few covers I try to sneak in there if I have to, to just have a little extra gems to just share. But because I mean we have like 30 years to reflect on. So there's a lot of music that we can, from my music to other people's music, but it's just wonderful. And if you're an R&B lover, it's a wonderful interaction that we have, man. Because I don't hold back, man. I'm playing, I'm singing, you know, it's a good vibe.
Do you have a moment? Do you have a moment now that we're talking about 30 years from Rhode Island to California to being discovered by Babyface to putting out music 30 years later, touring, sold out concerts, festivals, all of what do you think of now when you look back at the journey? It's an unbelievable story.
Thank you so much. Well, I mean, absolutely. I try to stay, grounded and really, stay in the present moment is really the most exciting one because, there's new music out. There's new energy out. And I've been singing these same songs for 30 years now. So a lot of it's kind of, it's old to me, but it's not old. It's special. It's seasoned, it's music that I've been singing all these years. And there's always a different way of flipping it or put a little bit more on it today this way, you know what I mean, than I did yesterday. So I never get tired of singing the songs, but it is a wonderful thing to refreshen my whole atmosphere and everyone around me, including myself, with new music and new energy, so it's just a wonderful thing to be in this moment right now, in the present moment, Waiting on You album out. There's like, I think 5 different videos that we've done. So this is by far the most visual album. Just want to let everybody know your boy is still holding it down. I got I don't have like a giant beer belly, like sitting back, like, on the couch somewhere, not doing anything with myself. Like I'm outside, I'm creative, and I think I'm thriving right now is what it is. This album is the product of really 10 years of really thriving creatively and feeling like I got my synergy back, so it's time to share it.
Stream the album, Waiting on You, get tickets. While we're looking at the dates, besides if you're not in Detroit like me, I know that you're going to be everywhere from Kansas to Ohio to Texas to Kentucky to Pennsylvania, back to California to back to Ohio, Chicago. There's and more dates I'm sure are going to come this fall, the rest of the summer. So we can follow you and stay up to date on where you're going to be.
Official Jon B, all social media platforms. And I want to send a shout out to my opener. The opening act is Shay Universe, the lovely, legendary Shay Universe. And she's new, but she's a legend already. Her voice is just so lovely. I've had the pleasure of seeing her perform for the first time in England when I was out there on my little English tour I was doing earlier this last year, and we had a chance to meet and speak backstage, and I was my wife and I were so impressed with her that I said, would you be interested in maybe going on tour with me and opening up shows? And she said, would I? Of course I would. So she was and it's lovely to be able to bless somebody who really deserves it, in terms of just her vocal ability she's so gifted. She writes too as well. Her songs are written by her. And so, yeah, just so much skill there. And she's an up and coming person. So I wanted to, help another fellow artist. And the fact that she's got a mutual respect for my music, there's just a collaboration away from, making that really just, happen. For sure. But so far, everything's just been so lovely to have her come out on stage and sing and get everybody in the mood, to really just, hear great music that night. Because it's going to be a great night of music. So don't want to miss my show. When I'm in your area, definitely come on out. All you R&B lovers, you already know now.
So this is an evening of great music. I've seen the music you sing, from the covers to the originals to the songs you wrote for other people that we love. Jon B's been holding it down for 3 decades and is better than ever. The new album is out. You need to get your tickets. Detroit's going to stand. There won't be a ticket, so you better get one quick because he's going to sell out.
Let's go.
They always are playing your music here in Detroit. I'm sure when you're in the grocery store out there, you probably hear Jon B music. Like, Jon B's music is going to be played forever, people. Babies are out here because of Jon B. 30-year-old babies, Jon B, because of you.
Hey man, let me tell you that, it's funny with the new album out, I'm seeing the audience is getting younger and younger because the younger folks actually were raised to my music, like you said this, and it's true. But now they're fans of the current music, which is bringing them out in a different way, because I'm getting comments from different people and at the shows, and they're telling me what records they like and this and that. And it's really surprising me because the ages are like, I'm like, I'm old enough to be your father, you know. Yeah, you know, so just to have that interaction, it's just wonderful. With all of my ages, you know, from the folks that started with me, you know, back in '95, you know, who were my age in '95 and apparently older than me, because I have some older folks that come out to the shows too as well, and we just love the dynamic of that, you know, the range of that, and what that's meant for me as an artist and as a songwriter. To have that mirror stare me back, you know what I mean, in the face, is just this wonderful. We share this wonderful thing called music, which is the gift that keeps giving, baby. So
Amen. That's
right
the
on.
fact. Well, we'll be here. We're here for it. Congratulations. We're so excited. Waiting on You is out. We'll stream it wherever you can listen to music. JonBWorld.com, official Jon B on social media. It's an honor to talk to you. Thank you for the music and all the love you've shared to all of us.
Oh well, bro, I appreciate you for having me, and definitely dope speaking with you as well, man. Pleasure's mine. All right, till next time. We'll see you soon, though, Detroit. All right, yeah.
How fun is that? Jon B here for the first time ever. Hey, sister. Yeah, he is 30 years and he's about 49 years old. So he's been in this game since he was 19, Mama Lewis. For real. And Marie Danette books his shows. Danette was over his shoulder. When I first logged on, Danette was there. They raised their girls together. They traveled together. She really is the inspiration. Really is the inspiration for his career and the music that he writes. Yeah. So wowza, Jon B is a true artist. Wish him continued success with his new album and tours, his passion for music and love. Yes, spreading love with his music. Cat Daddy say Bonafide was always on the music shop top album shelves. That album came out, boom, he exploded, truly. Well, you know, speaking of new artists who have exploded, truly, Kevin Ross, I saw last year. Snook, my sister is here. She was with me. We saw Kevin Ross open for Kelly Price, and he's going to be back at the Aretha. And you may not know him, and maybe you do. He's written for a bunch of artists like Toni Braxton. He is young and popping with his music, and he writes and he plays and he dances, and the people were going crazy for him here at the Aretha. And I figured, who better, when they reached out and said Kevin wants to come on the show, to team him up with than Jon B, some of the old school legends, some of the new school, put them together. And I'm going to tell you, he's a fun artist. He's a really fun artist with a really great message and songs for you to listen to. I hope you check it out. Check out Kevin Ross right here on the round table. So listen, everybody, here on the go away. Here we go. Broadway World, or the Broadway Podcast Network, and I'm super excited because look, I have receipts about our next guest. He doesn't even know these receipts, but I moved to Detroit a year ago, and we had Kelly Price on the show. So Kelly Price says, "Come to the Aretha." So then Kevin Ross is the opening act at the Aretha, and Kevin Ross comes out in pink leather suit, head to toe, full drip Detroit, right here on the water. And Kevin Ross is singing and dancing in the crowd. Girls are screaming, people are going crazy. And then he takes a gigantic jug of honey, listen, on stage. And he drinks that honey like a shot right there on the... Kevin Ross is here. He's going to tell us all this. That's the trick. I could sing like Kevin Ross. Kevin Ross, welcome to the round table.
And I got the honey too. What's
See?
up?
That's it. I brought receipts, Kevin Ross. I brought receipts. Look, see, I found these even pictures of you on the internet. You need a sponsorship from a honey company.
Absolutely. We're working on it for sure.
You know, I was ready to sing. I was going to sing your music. Yeah. And then I got so caught up in the story that you put on one hell of a concert.
Thank you. That means a lot.
You bring out your band, you bring out your sing, and you stand there and you just grown and sexy people music and sing your face off for people your whole show.
Hey, yes, sir.
So congratulations. I want people, while we're talking, Love Up Tempo is out. Volume 1 is out. You love a volume because you have, Midnight Microdose is a volume 1 and a 2. And then Drive is a 1 and a 2. So yes. Do you just keep coming up with ideas and you need to just make a second volume?
Yes, yes. I think in today's day and age, as it pertains to music, people take music in smaller dosages. And so, with that being said, putting out a 12 song project is a little bit daunting to people, and they feel intimidated as it pertains to like getting off of work and trying to get through 12 songs, right? So, if I can condense that to five, then it seems like it's more easily digestible. And then the songs that they like, they're going to keep streaming. And so we have to adapt to, the tools that we have. And so that's really what the volumes came to be. And so it's like, okay, instead of giving, this full length, let's just do volumes. And yeah.
So Love in the Middle is already on the charts. Love in the
Yes, top
Middle.
10. Yes.
I was gonna sing it for you. I was gonna sing Love in
Hey.
the Middle. Hey, I was gonna sing it. It's a jam, y'all, and it's an up tempo fun. I love songs that are up tempo because we don't think of that.
Yeah. 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 It's
So
it's very
what
it's very rare nowadays for sure.
so what is this collection of music? How did you inspire? I know you worked with some people. You're a writer on it.
Yes.
What do we hear on it?
So, Love Up Tempo, how I started was it was a void that I felt within the genre of R&B. I felt like a lot of things were very slow, very vibey, and I was like, I need up tempo contemporary music, and I just kept going back to like old catalog stuff, and I was just like, this isn't fulfilling me. So a couple months I'm just working on music, I'm living life, stuff like that, and I'm waiting for an artist because I'm a fan first. I'm waiting for an artist to come out with an up tempo that I can vibe to, that I can put into my playlist. And I was like, I'm tired of waiting. I was like, I have to insert myself into this conversation as to say that R&B can make up-tempo music that is contemporary, that does feel good, that can be wide range as it pertains to just kind of like just bouncing off of different spectrums of stuff. And I wanted to try my hand at it, and so what I coined it is high vibrational R&B. And so I wanted to draw a line in the sand to say there's nothing wrong with the stuff that is vibey and the things that are slow, but I want to make sure that there's a difference. I want to make sure that there's a difference as far as in the artwork, the difference between the intention behind it, the energy, everything. And so that's kind of my campaign for right now, as far as like I finally have a project that I feel matches my stage show as well. And so I needed music that felt like the energy that I have on stage, jumping off the stage and engaging with the audience, and so I'm very proud of it. High vibrational R&B is definitely the thing for Love Up Tempo, and I feel like it fills that void as far as within R&B.
Look, he really jumps. He really will. He jumps off the stage like into your arm. He's taking selfies and singing on key and running around this. Y'all, you gotta look. Go to kevinrossmusic.com. Follow the Instagram page so that we can stay up to date wherever you're going to be. You're on tour. The
Yes.
Uptempo tour is going on. I know you'll be in New York, which is my stomping grounds. I know
Hey,
you'll be back here July 9th with
yes, with
PJ
PJ.
Morton back
Yes.
at the Aretha.
Yeah.
You're out on the. So what is the live show this summer? What are we going to see? A little bit of everything.
Yeah, a little bit of everything. Just more energy, more catalog records. And yeah, it's just gonna be a really great time. I think that's the most important thing for me within a live performance is the experience. I forget who said this. I think it was John Mayer, and I'm misquoting it, but I'm paraphrasing at this point. That he said that some people perform to prove that they're good, and then some people perform to give you an experience, and I'm the latter. I don't think about whether you think that I'm good or not. I'm on stage for a reason, and so whether you like how I deliver things or not, my job is to entertain you. My job is to make you feel good about yourself. And so no matter the messenger, at the end of the day, if I'm commanding something from out of you or provoking something from out of you, you start to think less about, I mean, did he hit that note right? Did he done and this and that? And I would have done this, or I want to get people out of their minds and out of their heads and in the moment to say, "Oh, I like this. This is my song." Like, to really get up and move. And so the experience is what I'm trying to capture for sure. And so for every show that I have coming up, Of course, July 9th, as far as in Detroit, the New York show, the Boston shows. I have some shows in Dallas and Houston coming up. But yeah, a really good time. Yeah.
But look, I'm not trying to pick on Detroit, but being from New York, City Winery is the most beautiful venue. It is on the Hudson River. You get some food. It is sexy and grown date night USA right there.
Yes.
So get your tickets because they're gonna go fast. And then
Yes,
for the
please.
Detroit version on the Detroit River out there, it's a beautiful night to see music. So get your tickets, and stream the music.
Yes.
You've been in this game for a minute. Like
Yes.
this album is a while ago.
Yes. Yes. That album was 2020. Yes.
2020, and this was even longer ago.
Ah.
This
Yeah. 2017 for sure.
2017 is
Yeah.
it is what we're getting the years are going on.
In there.
So
It's
when
8
you look
years.
back
Yeah.
now at your full-length albums, the EPs, the singles that are yours, not talking about the music that you wrote for other people, that is yours. What does it feel like now to have such a catalog of music to pick out of? And
It's a blessing. I think the thing that really trips me out is the fact that people actually listened and people actually went, bought tickets to these shows and they're singing with me word for word. And because I'm still a discovery artist, right? Like I haven't reached the number of impressions or people that I feel like I can. And so I'm kind of in this crusade of like saying, okay, with every performance, I'm meeting a different fan or potential fan or whatever. But for the people that are there and that do know who I am, they're really about it. You know what I mean? And these records hit them in a different way. So when I look back to say 8 years, I have a catalog that spans 8 years. It's very wild to me, and it is humbling because I can hear the growth, I can see the growth. I can literally imagine like if I had an opportunity to speak with that young man from 2017, we would be having a completely different conversation, and it would literally be like talking like two different people. You know what I mean? Like in the older version, being able to relate, but the mindset, the experience, everything that I've endured to get to this point, it would be such an experience as far as to meet my past self, that I would feel like we would have very little in common, and that I would kind of be like really schooling him. But it's amazing though. It's amazing.
well, what's amazing to me is that you could have an album that's that long ago because I don't think Kevin Ross ages. He looks like he's 23 years old. And I'm so jealous. I'm such a hater right now. Your story is amazing because for a couple things.
Yeah.
DC, Metro DC area, you come out the gate, I don't know many, I mean, there are some people who have charted songs from candle commercials. I mean, you come out, you come out the gate, people start to see the Glade commercials and hear the songs.
Yeah.
You transition to a major label,
Mm.
and then you decide and you sell your music and to some of the biggest artists of all time have recorded your music, and then you decide to own your music and to be your own boss. Was
Yeah.
that a scary decision to start your own label and put out your own music?
Absolutely. Absolutely. It was a very scary thing. And honestly, like as a person, I was not prepared. But God was kind of leading me in that direction. The person that brought me into the major label building had actually left the label, and they left without telling me. So I was like, oh, this is calling. I need to put this on
No worries, don't worry.
I think
He's
airplane.
booked.
What is it? Airplane mode? Let
Yeah,
me put this
he's
on air.
booked. Kevin
Yeah,
Rowe, he's booked, people.
Sorry. My bad.
No, please make money. Go ahead.
I'm gonna put it on airplane mode. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm gonna start over.
Please, no
Uh,
worries.
so pretty much what ended up happening as it pertains to me leaving, I was scared. I was. But the person that brought me into the major label building, he left, and he left without telling me. And so I seen enough like TV One unsungs to understand that when the person that brings you into the major label building, when they leave, that means that there's a shift that's going to happen, and you're not going to be priority, and there's nobody fighting for you inside of the building. And so even though I didn't know what to do or what I was going to do, what I did know was that I needed to ask for my release. as soon as possible to begin the process. That process took a year and a half. So it allowed for me to set up my LLCs as far as the touring company, the production company, you know what I mean? And everything else that needed to be set up in place. So by the time that they released me in July 2029, I was ready to release my first song September 2020. Not what I said 29.
19.
Oh yeah, I'm sorry, 2019. So so I had all of this time to prepare, get the photos done, get the video shot, because I knew that it was going to happen. I didn't know when, but when you have expectation and when you have vision of what is to come, then I think that God and the universe
Mhm.
collaborate to make it so.
Mhm.
So preparation was very important, and even though I didn't know what I was doing, God put people in my path, in the sense to say, okay, you need a business mentor, you need a stronger musical mentor, you need these different people around you. I'm going to show you how to delegate, how to relinquish some of these responsibilities that you've placed on yourself to lighten your load in order for you to, be a more efficient and effective artist. And so it was a blessing for sure. So I wouldn't change it for nothing.
I, I love it. I think it's because now you're your own boss. You put your own music out when you want. And I love the business because I was thinking about before I was listening to your music and I was getting ready to talk to you. And I was thinking about the facets of your career because you're a live performer, you're a recording artist, you're a writer.
Mhm.
And you have to have your stuff together to be able to balance all of those things. And if it's Trey Songz, if it's Nicki Minaj, if it's SWV or Jamie Foxx or Tony Braxton, you wrote for them. So
Yeah.
there's a whole business head in yours that you dealing with labels and dealing with artists and getting music recorded that you wrote. And then there's Kevin Ross, the performer and the singer yourself. So
Yeah.
how do you balance all of that?
Mm, um, I try to do my best to remove emotion. However, I'm a creative
Yeah,
first. And so emotion is kind of what I lead with a lot
I
of
get it.
times. And so, and so I have to I'm grateful to have like family and people that I love around me to kind of like, if I can't self audit my emotions, then they're there to check me to say, get out of that, get out of that, or feel
Mhm.
the way that you need to feel, but you need to now be solution based oriented, and you need to get through the problem instead of living in it. And so that has kind of been the most important part, in a sense of being able to switch hats, to say, okay, like, oh, if I write a song and it's like, okay, hey, you don't like it, it's okay, like, let me put this business hat on and say they don't like it, but somebody else can, like, somebody else may want it, or whatever the case may be. So, it allows for me to kind of like do business without it like wrecking my mental and my emotional state and spirit. I kind of, I'm still learning that balance, but I'm definitely better than what I was before.
I get it. Well, everyone, you could go to his website or go to Wikipedia. You'll see all the songs that he wrote for other artists, plus all his music. Sex and Cigarettes by Tony Braxton. That whole album is
Hey.
bananas good. Come on, yo. And Tank will be here in a few weeks. You wrote for him. Like there's artists that you have written for and their music is out here. How do you write a song? It's like giving up a baby. You don't want to keep it for you.
No, because what you learn and experience is perspective, right? And the great thing about writing for people is that you're able to get inside of their head, get to learn their nuances, how they speak, what words actually kind of flick off of their tongue, a little brighter, that catch you a little bit more. You start to learn these antics, and so that's when I go into the observer, the person that kind of soaks in all of the information and say, okay, this will be dope on them. How can I contribute to their catalog or to their legacy and add a different thing? I'm not trying to do the same thing that they've done before, but it's like, how can I create an extension that they can be proud of and stand next to? And so yeah, that's the beauty of it. I know it's for me, and then I know what's for somebody else, and I'm
Yes.
able to let it go.
Oh, I love that. We're talking, everybody. Kevin Ross is here, and with Love Temple Volume 1 is, I'm sure Volume 2 is coming. If it's got
Definitely.
anything, Volume 2 is going to be on the way. You can
Yeah.
get your tickets. Make sure you go see the tour. Love Up Tempo tour is on the way, and you can get your tickets if you're in New York, Boston, Detroit. Come hang out with me. We'll be there. We'll bring the fam back out to the Aretha. I love to hear the conversations that you have about about the writing the music and all of the different pieces of it. What is Vets Only? What is this project that you had?
So I do this thing called a mashup, in which it's me doing a cappella in these boxes. And I'm not reinventing the wheel here. It's just my take on it. Like I was inspired just as much as by like the Pentatonics and people that came before me as far as doing a cappella. I just didn't have friends that I could like powwow with and we could do this, and it was just me. And so I was like, well, let me start to create it. I play keys, and so I know my way around, just kind of like how to navigate. And I was like, okay, well, I'm not a DJ, but how can I mix these songs and create an experience for people? And so it just started off for like years of me just doing it in tribute to artists. And then these artists would DM me like, oh, thank you so much. And they would repost it. And it helped to build a following for me and hundreds of millions of views on YouTube and Instagram and all these other platforms, Facebook, whatever. And so it really created community. And after a while, I started doing mashups in 2015, 2016, and I did it all the way up until like maybe 2021 or something. And so that's a long time for me to just build up this catalog of mashups. And though it was fun, I was just like, I don't want to be known as just this
Mhm.
mashup guy. And so I was like, I have enough catalog to, if I want to put something out occasionally and repurpose, then I can. And then I told a friend of mine, I said, because they were like, you need to probably start doing mashups again and this, and that. And I was just like, no. I said, the only way that I would start doing mashups again is if the artist that I'm honoring would be a part of it. And sure enough, I get a text or a DM from Slim from 112 during the Christmas holiday. He's like, man, I just want to say happy holidays and check in on you. He said, but, I'm really looking forward to, I really look forward to your Christmas mashups. And I was like, bro, I said, I never knew that you even, what I mean, like listen or watch my mashup. So that's truly an honor. And it was like God tapped me and was like, hey, remember what you told your friend not too long ago about saying that you wouldn't do no mashups? Yeah, you should probably ask him to do that. And I was like, all right, I'm gonna shoot the shot. And I DM'd him and I'm like, look, I would love to honor you. I would love for you to be a part of a mashup. If that's cool. He's like, yeah, I'm down. So as soon as he said that, and God was like, you know what that means, right? You have to do a proof of concept. And so I went straight to the studio and did a proof of concept for him and sent it to him. And I was like, what you think? He was like, yes, I'm on it. And I was like, all right, cool. And maybe 2 weeks later, flew down to Atlanta and filmed it with him. And while I was there, I think I filmed cases. Well, I did cases in a hotel room as far as for his proof of concept, and we shot it the next day after Slim. So then I had two, and then it started to go, and reached out to Mila from 702, and so yeah, now it's a series, Vets Only, and so I yeah, I'm honored that all of these vets and these legends are interested and they're willing to take the time out of their schedule to collaborate with an artist like myself. Because what I didn't realize is that it is translating into a different audience. So it's not just about nostalgia, but now it's like a reintroduction for a new generation to say, I hear my mom and dad playing these songs, but I never knew who the artist was. You know what I mean? And so it's a gift that keeps giving. And so I'm glad that I can kind of play a part and be a conduit to that. And so I'm having fun. And as long as I'm having fun,
You're gonna keep doing it. That's
yeah,
it. We're gonna keep doing it.
yeah,
I'm excited. I was really excited to talk to you. I really look forward to July 9th. I will
yeah.
be out with the fam, like I said, and we'll be back to see you. And I really want people. I had so much fun listening to this. I had so much fun listening to Love
Hey.
Up Tempo. If you're in love, even if you're in love with yourself, if you are looking for love, it's who's this? Who do you make music for? Everybody.
I make music specifically for the blue collar lover. And so those are the people that get up and they have their 9 to 5. So that means your postal workers, your administrative assistants, your nurses, your teachers, your doctors, you name it. Anybody that's out here that's trying to get it, that's on their hustle, that's on their grind. I felt like they are overlooked. I feel like they're underserved as it pertains to music. Um, I feel like a lot of the music that was out there, they can't see themselves in. Unrealistic scenarios and situations that they just can't relate to. And so I wanted to make music that felt down to earth and down to a level where they can feel love, because that's what I relate to. That's what my parents relate to. And so that's, what I wanted to do without it feeling old and whatever. I wanted for it to feel kind of like a bridge. It's like, okay, I'm trying to bridge the gap between my predecessors and the things of the past while still enjoying the present, but making a way into the future to say, okay, like we can all enjoy this at the same time without it feeling corny or soft or whatever. And so, it's, all of my music, specifically Love Up Tempo, is dedicated to the blue collar lovers, for sure.
Oh, that was the best answer anyone ever gave on this show. I'm in my classroom. School got out of here at 3:00. I
Yeah.
stayed in my classroom as a teacher, and we thank you because that is really sweet for everybody. So when you're on your grind, you get home at 5:30 and you're cooking dinner, put the album on and have dinner with your people. That's what this is about.
Yes.
I'm a fan. I'm excited. Everybody go to kevinrossmusic.com, get your tickets. Go to Instagram, follow Kevin Ross Music on Instagram. Go listen from the first album to the very end and the whole entire collection, and find the mashup videos, the whole thing. We're here for the whole experience. It was really fun to get to chat with you.
No, it's my honor. Thank you.
I'm going to bring a case of honey when you come to Detroit. I'm ready. If you see me out there, I'll just hand you a bottle. Go ahead. Take a sip. I look forward to seeing you there. Thank you so much for hanging out with us.
Absolutely. See you soon.
How much fun was that? So much fun. I loved it. Yes, the volume idea makes a lot of sense, right? He's really fun. What a sweet guy. The cat daddies say that is true. Like Tony Braxton has a specific way of singing or enunciating where he I love her though. Yes. He wasn't man enough for me. Hey. Yes, Tony Braxton. This is my girl. Hello, Joyce and the sisters are here. Yes, hashtag Kevin Ross. He was good, right? He was really good when we saw him, and he's even bigger and better, and he's got #1 airplay songs and stuff that's happening. So I love an R&B moment. You stayed late with me. Thank you so much for being here late. Cat Daddy say, yes, the first time I came across Kevin Ross was a decade ago. It was the Glade Candle song. They aired it every commercial break on TV, and it remains one of my favorite holiday songs ever. That's hysterical, and that's why I had to bring it up to him, because he is the voice of Glade candles. You have to love a Glade candle. Yes to Tony Braxton. How about I could ask. I don't know if they'll say yes, but man, I will fan out, Murray. I'm going to ask tomorrow. I love her. My favorite Tony Braxton song, You Should Have Come Back. Nope, let me think. That's not my favorite. You mean the world to me. You are my everything. I swear the only thing that matters to me. Oh, baby, 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 baby. Yes, Tony Braxton. I love it. Well, that's what I got for you. I won't be here next week because I'll be getting married. So I'll see you in 2 weeks. Thank you for your well wishes. Thank you for your love in advance. I look forward to telling you all about it the week after. And I've tried to get Tamar on. Girl, Tamar, bring your messy self to this messy show. I love Braxton. I love Tawanda. I love Trina. I loved Tracy. God bless her. I love their mom. I love it. I love them. Thank you. So Christine says, 2 incredibly talented guests and such kind, loving people. Robert, sending you so much love to you. And it's gonna make me cry. We are so happy for you both. 525 is the day. Latte says, you and Darius were meant to be from day one. The love and respect you have for each other will carry you forever. What God has joined together, let no man put asunder. Love and blessings, as you say, I do. Oh boy, I'm crying already. We're crying already. We got 10 days to go. Oh, keep it together. Jesus. Oh my goodness. Thank you, Cat Daddies. Wishing you a spectacular wedding day filled with warm blessings and lots of love all around. Thank you. And Darius says thank you as well. We're looking forward to it and the party, but we were sure happy to relax after it all. Oh, sweet. Whew, tired. We tired. One place I'm not going to be relaxed is the month of June. You know, June is our biggest month of shows here. And I just want to let you know that people like Margaret Cho, people like David Archuleta, people like who else is coming on this show? Nikki Blonsky, Nathan Lee Graham from Mid Century Modern, maybe Lance Bass, a lot of pride. Peppermint is going to be here, so don't miss a moment in June. See me tomorrow on the round table on Broadway World. I'll be crying forever. I love you. There's so much love, so much love. There's more good than there is bad. There's more joy than there is sadness. There's more love than there is hate. There's a lot of love out here in this world. I'm so grateful to have found love, to give love, to be loved, and I hope you all can find that as well. I wish anybody the kind of love that this man has given me. And I thank you all for being a part of it from the beginning to the end. I'm very, very lucky, incredibly blessed and lucky. And Cat Daddies, I'm in town and we could grab lunch on Saturday since Robert will be out and about. LOL. I love that. I love that. Cat Daddies in Jersey. Darius in Jersey. I can't wait for you all to hear all about it. Thank you all so much for being here. I send you so much love and joy. I love you, Marie, always and always and always. Appreciate you all so much for being here. And I look forward to the best is yet to come, always. Much love. Enjoy this weekend together and tell someone you love them tonight, for real. All right. I'll see you again next time. From a very grateful, loving, peaceful, and humbled heart, I send this to you. Good night. Bye, everybody.